Yes, Offset is living his best life right now. And why wouldn't he be? Cardi's rumored boo, Stefon Diggs, just got exposed for some serious DV allegations. But wait, what's really going on here? First, the NFL player gets accused of being on the DL, no judgment though. And now folks are saying he straight up punched a woman in the head? Bruh, Stefan, how did you go from catching touchdowns to throwing punches? Did you trade in your football cleats for boxing gloves? And y'all, is this for real? Is Cardi seriously linked to someone with these kinds of allegations? And tell me why folks are whispering that she's cursed. Like, is this some kind of bad luck streak or what? Let's break it down. Now, we know Cardi's love life is like a never-ending drama series, and honestly, it's kind of sad. This girl's got it all: beauty, talent, and wealth, but love just seems to elude her, especially with Offset. Can you believe this man was already causing drama in the first year of their relationship? That's supposed to be the honeymoon phase when love is all rainbows and unicorns. If that wasn't enough, imagine how they pulled the plug just 2 years after Culture was born. Like, isn't that little girl's smile enough to make them want to work through their issues? Anyway, we all saw how they finally ended everything last year after going back and forth. And let's be real, y'all, Offset's definitely taking this divorce harder than Cardi. He's still got it bad for her, and it's clear he's been feeling some type of way since he found out she's moved on with Stefon Diggs, allegedly. I mean, have you seen Offset's recent antics? The man's been throwing some serious shade and acting straight up jealous. Who can blame him though? Cardi's an amazing woman, and it's hard to let go. Well, rumor has it that Stefon Diggs is the person Offset was talking about when he accused Cardi of having S with someone while pregnant with their third baby. At the time, he went to Cardi's live on Instagram and said, "You F with the baby inside, tell the truth." Cardi clapped back in the most epic way. She took to X and dropped a reply that left Offset shaken. Her response was, "And did." Now, Cardi was just getting started. Sis was on a mission to get Offset really salty, and she didn't hold back. Have you seen that video where she basically calls him out for trying to take her properties just because she moved on?
I find it funny that think that they could on anything, but when I start talking to niggas, you want to threaten me with taking that I fucking work my ass off for. You want to play those games with me? We're going to play them games too. Since you want to fucking threaten me, talking about you want to take my shit? You want to take my shit because I'm moving on? Move on. Why can't you move on?
So allegedly Cardi's moved on with Stefon Diggs, right? But this is where things start to get interesting. Stefon Diggs, on the other hand, can't seem to catch a break. Bro's been facing serious accusations from left and right since he and Cardi started dating. It started with Chris Blake accusing him of being on the DL. According to Chris Blake's comment that's all over the media now, he said, "The derivative of all this stuff is that Stefon tried to me and then have S with me, and I escaped unscathed. Thank you, Jesus. But I now knew his secret, and that didn't sit well with him." What a mess. Then we have Milan Hernandez, who has recently accused Stefan of DV. Now, we both know Stefan and Milan have this casual relationship going on, but folks can't really point out what caused their rip. What we first saw in the tabloids was Stefon Diggs filed a lawsuit against Milan Hernandez for him, damaging his property, trespassing, and attempting to extort millions from him. According to Stefan, Milan Hernandez showed up at his apartment around 6 a.m. on June 7, 2024, after a night of partying and proceeded to aggressively berate him. He states that Hernandez entered his gaming room and ignored his instructions to leave, and despite his attempts to defuse the situation, she continued to go off on him. She shifted her focus to his possessions, destroying an expensive PC, a $130,000 watch, and even tossing his phone in the toilet for good measure. Diggs claims she also punched him in the chest several times and said, "You won't be playing this year." Now, I don't know how true Stefan's claims are, because the other side of the story would leave you doubting them. People believe Stefan is guilty. That's why he quickly filed a lawsuit first. Well, Milan had to share her own side of the story, and baby, she allegedly said Stefan punched her in the back of her head. She also took to the media and said this: "On June 7th, I was from behind by Stefon Diggs at our residence, an incident that resulted in a concussion. Months later, when the mediation his legal team requested did not pan out in his favor, I was struck with this fabricated story publicly. This is clearly an attempt to try and get ahead of the truth that is to come." Y'all, Stefon Diggs denied that. He said he never laid a hand on Milan Hernandez, and at this point, you be pushed to wonder who is lying among them. But here's the thing. Milan shared an appointment document she had with a doctor on the 7th of June, which states that she had a minor head injury. And honestly, that served as a receipt just made people see Stefan is crazy. And do y'all see the reason why people are saying something isn't quite right about Cardi? Child, isn't it questionable that she moved from a cheating man to a man who is allegedly on the DL and is now reportedly in a DV case? The whole situation is just pretty messy, but funny at the same time, especially when people picture it this way. Offset cheats, but with a woman, and gets all sheepish when Cardi calls him out. But Stefan allegedly cheats with a man, and when Cardi confronts him, she gets a punch in the head. A fan said, Offset never beat Cardi, and you never heard Offset being on the down low. Another fan said, what does Cardi have to say about this? What a downgrade. But what's your take, guys? Is Cardi's love life cursed or what? Is this some sort of downgrade for Cardi B moving on to allegedly be with Stefan? And like I do think, do y'all also think Offset is happy with all the allegations on Stefan? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below.